Any tips to help a baby roll from tummy to back, but not from back to tummy? So, when a child is having difficulties in rolling over, and it's a great question, and I guess I needed to make it more clear in the rolling over course. But when a child did not have the correct tummy time means this, and I'm going to show you on my baby doll. Sorry, I should have cleared the deck before starting this. Now, first of all, when I'm working with anybody, guys, I really need to see the video because I can pick out what happened with the child and where the movements are there. But a tummy time should be like this, where a child's down napping, sleeping with supervision, but they're down napping and they can come up and they cross over. Sorry, I have a rubber doll, so I have to do this. And you can see where the head to nose creates almost like an X, right? And it goes from side to side. So this allows the facial bones to open up, which is necessary. All cranial movements happen with development, right? This is the biggest misconception of reflexes and all of this sort of stuff because they don't examine the cranial movements or lack thereof or early fusions, a whole bunch of stuff that happens. But part of the reasons is that your child was unable to establish a bad tummy time. This throws off all your development, but it also throws off your reflexes. So when you have that going on with your child, right? So the facial bones don't open up correctly. So a bad tummy time would be head heavy, but where they start doing this, and the pelvis starts kicking up, and I get the comments, my baby hates tummy time. Of course they hate tummy time. They can't do it. I don't, what's the happiest child in the world? One that can skip. What's the most unhappiest child in the world? One that can't skip. When a child can't do something, whether it's difficult or hurts them, they will avoid it. They won't do it. And so when you have what's considered a heavy head, right, that's one of your options. And this is where I don't mean I hate them, but I don't like those random comments, because right now I could do a whole week on this of just various reasons, but I'm not helping you specifically. My goal is to help every parent with development, not just helping parents or people with general development. It's not about general development, because let me tell you too, I can do a whole conversation on how a lazy eye can throw off this conversation. Right? So when an eye is turning in or turning out, it will impede back to tummy to back, and I can go on. And I'm not here to overwhelm you. I'm here to keep you successful. To keep you successful is helping you specifically. A general question is just going to get a general answer, and that just doesn't get you. So when I'm rolling over, right, from my belly, everything has to be synchronized up, my head to pubic bone, and my spine comes back. And again, I can keep my eye on the prize, and there's nowhere that this is a fall. So when a child's playing and doing all of these things, now I'm holding my baby's hand, I'm pretending it's playing. So when they're playing, they can either go back and come back into tummy time, or they go over into rolling over. You should not see your child to pluck, because now the action has ended, right? That's not a rolling over, that's a fall. And you can only fall so much when you're tiny, but when you get bigger, you don't want to fall, right? This is why old people don't want to fall. We're big. And so that's what you're looking at. So what might be conceived easier for rolling over, they should see something, the head starts to lift up, and they roll over. And their head comes, it should be off the ground. When you're seeing the head like this, I'm kicking my feet over and this, a lot of people think that that's a rolling over. And then you're going, get your hand out, because they're stuck. This is, again, you're seeing a bad tummy time now going into a bad rolling over, as far as I'm concerned. If you're trying to get an arm out, if you're trying to do all of this, a rolling over is not there. So that's where we're at. And in this position, again, I'm stuck. So I have to get unstuck, right? On my eyes off the prize. Now I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm trying to do all these things. And this is where people start saying, well, my baby's trying to go into a crawl. Yeah, no, they're not. And so those are what you're looking at. So to answer your question specifically, I really need to see a video. If you feel that I don't explain something in a way that helps you, then you ask me to re-explain it. That's the whole point of this happening, so your child gets optimal development and other people get optimal help and are explained it in a way for them to get that aha, and that ha turns into optimal development. Thanks.